That gut feeling telling you to quit your job, is this true intuition or is it fear dressed up as wisdom? Or maybe it's your ego just pushing for validation. By the end of this video, you will have a clear protocol to tell the difference every time so that you can trust your inner voice without second guessing. Hey there, I am Dr. Katherine Hoffman. I'm a naturopathic doctor specializing in mental health. I am also a human design reader. Welcome or welcome back to Ponder and Practice. And this is our series called Practicing Without the Hype, where we build your spiritual toolkit minus the fluff, minus the hype. Today, we are tackling one of the biggest blocks to self-trust, which is discerning real intuition from ego, fear, old conditioning, all of these voices that can really trip us up. So if you are ready to cut through the noise and hear your own inner knowing, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell. This is absolutely free, and make sure that you never miss a new tool straight to your feed. Now let's be real. In a world of follow your intuition advice, most of us still second guess every nudge. There's a lot of information out there. We're taking in a lot of voices that aren't our own. Ego wants applause or control. Fear is really helpful. It can keep us safe. It can also keep us small. Conditioning replays scripts from our family or society that we really would rather leave behind in the past. From my naturopathic perspective, I see clients chase, quote, like intuitive hits that are actually anxiety loops, and it can cause burnout. It can also cause some really bad decision making. And I personally have made some really bad decisions out of fear and anxiety. They don't tend to go well, let me tell you. Learn from my mistakes. But true intuition is calm. It's expansive. It feels aligned. It's your soul's quiet GPS. It tends not to shout. These signals are body-based. They are not mind-made. So today, let's go through a 5-step discernment protocol to separate the signal, the actual true signal that you're getting, from all the background noise. Step 1 is to drop into neutral. If you have seen any of the recent videos, you know most things when we're trying to tap into our bodies, we have to be neutral first. It's really super helpful. We need to start by regulating your nervous system. Sit quietly. You might want to put your hand on your heart, take a few deep breaths. Ask yourself, am I in a calm state right now? If you're not, wait. Stop here. Go do something else so that you can get yourself into a calm state. This helps to clear the fog. Fear and ego really thrive in that dysregulated state. While we can really hear our intuition best when we're in a still, calm, neutral space. Some ideas about how to help regulate your nervous system include things like breathing. You want to breathe in for a count of 4, exhale for a count of 8. Go outside for a few minutes. Get into nature. We co-evolved with nature, and the more time we spend outside, the better able our nervous system is to regulate itself. Turn off social media. Get off of your devices for a little while. Maybe go look at a picture of a favorite landscape if you can't get outside, or if you're not near your favorite landscape. Go play with your pet. Play with your cat or your dog. Take your dog for a walk even. Bonus points for getting some exercise in. Pay attention to your senses. Anything that you can do to get yourself into your body. Step number 2 is to do a body check. What's the quality of the sensations that you're having right now? Feel the signal in your body. Notice what sensations are present and where, and what is the quality of them. Intuition feels expansive. It feels light. It feels maybe even neutral. It could be a quiet yes. It could feel, some people will say that they feel like a little tug in their gut towards something that they're thinking about doing. Ego, on the other hand, tends to be pushy. It tends to be urgent. There tends to be this need for external validation. What are people going to think? What if I do this thing? I'm going to get ostracized. Fear often feels contractive. It feels heavy. It feels like, what if? Oh my gosh, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? The mind gets very busy with fear. Conditioning can feel comforting because it's familiar. It's something that we know, but it can also feel empty. It can feel a little bit like autopilot, like, oh, this is just what I always do. All of these are just some examples. Of course, you'll need to practice tuning into your own body. Step 3, question the source. After you have been able to check in with your body, you have identified those sensations, you've picked up on some signals, you want to ask yourself some probing questions. Is this coming from a place of love, or is it coming from a place of lack? Does this align with my core values, or does this sound like what my mom used to say to me when I was growing up? To that end, whose voice am I hearing in my mind right now? A lot of us all of us, will say things to ourselves that we picked up over through our childhood and adolescence that we heard family members say, or maybe we heard mentors say or teachers say. And while these people around us had a good reason for saying these things, and these things that they shared served them very well, maybe you have gotten to a point where that is no longer helpful. Noticing whose voice am I hearing right now can help you to appreciate, yes, that was a wisdom that that person had that helped them, and not so for me. It's time to put that to the side. In terms of human design, of course, you can use the information you gather to help you understand and use your authority. As a few examples, this is not an exhaustive list, so I'm sorry if I'm leaving you out of this list, but if you have an emotional authority, step 1 here is critical because you only want to make decisions when you are in a calm, cool, and collected emotional state. If you're somebody with a sacral authority, you want to pay attention to the first sounds that kind of come up in response to something. The sacral responds with those really primal, like or sounds. And so be mindful of overriding these with extra words. If you're somebody with a splenic authority, you're going to need to slow down and pay really close attention moment to moment. The spleen only speaks once and it only speaks right now. That intuitive hit will only come in the moment. It's not going to come back. Different folks will notice different sensations, or they may even describe like they hear like a yes or a no in the back of their minds. Like I said, of course, this is not an exhaustive list. There are certainly many more authority types than these, and if you would like to learn more about yours, go ahead, check out the link in the description. There is a link for a virtual human design reading, and you can grab yours today. Step 4 would be to test with time and detachment. Sleep on it. Walk away for 24 hours. If something is truly an intuitive knowing, it's not going to go away. It'll persist calmly. Fear and ego fades or amps up depending on the circumstance and the stories that you're hearing or that you're telling yourself. If somebody is really tuned into their intuition, there may be a little bit of mental like confusion or questioning of like, I'm not sure how this is going to work out, but I feel settled when I think about going this direction. There's often a sense of deep calm or peace in the midst of other emotions that might crop up. Step 5 is to act small and to observe. So take one little step in the direction of what you think that your intuition is saying. What happens? How does that go? Intuition, as a general rule, tends to be expansive. It tends to give us energy when we're moving in the direction of our intuition. Whereas if we're making other decisions that aren't really aligned in this way, it can be very draining to our energy. So adjust based on feedback. This is a skill that is iterative. It takes time to build that trust with yourself. It takes time to really understand those signals. And so give yourself that time. You don't need to judge it. We're all just living life, having an experience. As a general rule, the less distraction, the easier it is, or the easier it becomes to tune into and identify your intuition. The noise from social media really clouds the mind. I don't know, there are a lot of videos going around right now of folks who sort of got rid of social media and are sharing their experience of being able to think again and their experience of really getting their mind back. I have found this to be true myself, and so if you are someone who is chronically online, please shut down your social media at least for a little bit every day so that you can give yourself the opportunity to tune into your intuition. Noise from substances too really clouds our physical ability to tap into our body's signals. Things like alcohol, cannabis, while they can certainly be enjoyable to partake in, they are not good for us, and they really cloud the body's signals and alter those signals in ways that make it so much more difficult to understand what's going on. Also, for folks who are in the process of recovering from trauma, I am aware that it can feel very deeply unsafe to tap into the body and the signals that it's providing. So if this is you, if you are someone who has experienced some significant trauma and you haven't yet had the opportunity to really dive into that and heal from that, I encourage you to work with a licensed provider in your area who is experienced in supporting people through this process. And certainly don't push something if it feels unsafe. Let it be. You don't need to push through and make things more difficult for yourself. So all of that said, if this has clarified something for you, or if it has given you hope that, yeah, maybe I can tune into my intuition, really get some good information from that, leave a thumbs up and don't forget to leave a comment. How do you tune into your intuition if this is something that's already part of your regular practice? If you don't tune into your intuition yet, what are you looking forward to? What of these tools sounds really helpful for you? Are there any other practices that you use to tune in, and how have these changed over time, if at all? I do love to hear how intuition shows up for different people, and I would love to read your comments. In the meantime, it has been such a pleasure and an honor to spend some time with you here today, and I will look forward to seeing you in the next one.